But let's take a look at the headlines we're tracking at this hour. Sambhal political tourism stalled. Congress workers scuffle with the police in Lucknow as party delegation stopped from going to Sambhal. Republic reopens Bofor's 2017 Republic interview reopens Bofor's case. CBI to seek details from investigator Michael Hirschman to send a letter rogatory which is to be filed by 11th of February. UAE willing to host India-Pakistan matches as they have expressed the desire to host the India versus Pakistan Champions Trophy match amid the hybrid model talks. UAE envoy gives out a statement. Trinamool Congress's Muslim appeasement politics out in the open. Kalyan Banerjee says if Muslims offer namaz on a land, then it becomes Waqf property. Ladies and gentlemen, there's been a massive political face-off between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Samajwadi Party in the state of Uttar Pradesh, and this is with regards to what's really happening in Sambhal. This has basically led to some sort of a political tourism. In fact, there was an attempt that was made by the administration to prevent first the Samajwadi Party workers and then the Congress workers from carrying out what they said, a demonstration to bring out the truth in Sambhal. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, let's also take you through what is it that the locals of the area have to really say about this entire issue and how exactly are they really looking at the claims that have been made by one side. Remember, this all started with a local court basically ordering a survey to be carried out in the mosque premises. The Hindu side has basically contended, stating that there are signs of a Hindu temple and there should be nothing wrong if a survey is actually carried out. Now, this has led to a political face-off with some basically arguing that this is yet again another attempt that has been made by the Hindu side to try and alter the Places of Worship Act and the fact that the debate was basically settled after the Ayodhya issue, and perhaps this need not be raked once again. Take a look at this ground report and then we also go across to our reporters and the big exclusive coming up on a short while from now.
Republic has brought to you all the exclusive updates from Uttar Pradesh's Sambhal.
संभल में एक बार फिर वही मंजर देखने को मिला जो आपने पहले कभी देखा था। तब इमाम की हत्या की अफवाह फैलाकर पूरे शहर भर में तांडव मचाया गया था, तो इस बार कोर्ट के आदेश की धज्जियां उड़ाते हुए पुलिस की टीम पर हमला किया गया, सर्वे की टीम पर हमला किया गया, जिसमें कहा गया कि ये शाही जामा मस्जिद यहाँ पर हिंदू मंदिर होने का दावा बार बार किया गया। लेकिन आखिर हर बार ये संभल सुलगता क्यों है? संभल के शाही जामा मस्जिद इलाके में ऐसा नहीं है कि इस तरह की हिंसा, सांप्रदायिक तनाव पहली बार आपने देखा हो। ऐसा पहले भी कई बार हो चुका है। चाहे हम बात करें सन 1935 की, सन 1976, 1978, जब देश का विभाजन हुआ तब भी इस तरह के हालात पैदा हुए। लेकिन इस बार शाही जामा मस्जिद में जिस तरह से सर्वे की टीम पर, पुलिस की टीम पर हमला किया गया, उसके बाद अभी भी देखिए हालात तनावपूर्ण बने हुए हैं। जगह जगह आपको इसी तरह से बैरिकेड लगे हुए दिखाई देंगे। RAF की टुकड़ियाँ आज भी तैनात हैं। हिंसा के देखिए कई दिन बीत जाने के बाद भी इस पूरे इलाके में लोगों के आने जाने पर प्रतिबंध लगा हुआ है। आज भी हालात लगभग वैसे ही हैं जिस तरह से यहाँ पर हिंसा हुई 24 नवंबर सन 2024 के दिन, उसको लेकर अब कहा यह जा रहा है कि कभी भी यहाँ पर हालात एक बार फिर अब तनावपूर्ण हो सकते हैं। हिंदू लोगों में आज भी डर है कि कहीं इस तरह के हालात यहाँ पर एक बार फिर से ना बन जाए, क्योंकि न्यायिक टीम भी लगातार इस बात की तैयारी में है कि हालात यहाँ पर बिगड़े नहीं। इसीलिए न्यायिक टीम लगातार ये कोशिश करे कि भविष्य में आने वाली इस तरह की घटनाओं को रोका कैसे जाए। जो लोग इस तरह की घटनाओं को लगातार हिंसक घटनाओं में आगे बढ़ चढ़कर हिस्सा लेते हैं, आखिर उनको कैसे रोका जाए। ऐसे में संभल में इस तरह के सांप्रदायिक तनाव से आखिर निजात कब मिलेगी, कब लोग यहाँ पर अपने आप को सुरक्षित महसूस करेंगे, ये देखने वाली बात होगी।
Republic spoke to various individuals from the Sambhal district who gave out more details about the communal tensions.
Let me also go across to my colleague Ajay Dubey, who's joining us on this broadcast. Ajay, with regards to the investigation that has been carried out so far, multiple videos indicate that this was a pre-planned conspiracy. What is it that they have with regards to the evidence that has been gathered? Ajay, I'll request you to stay on with us. Zia or Rehman, the Samajwadi Party parliamentarian, is also joining us. I'll request even Ajay to stay on. जिया साहब, आपसे सबसे पहले सवाल उठाना चाहूंगा, क्योंकि एक तरह से बीजेपी ने सीधे तौर से आपके ऊपर आरोप लगाया है कि संभल में जो वायलेंस हुआ है उसके पीछे आपका हाथ है, और दूसरी बात है आपकी लड़ाई आपके परिवार वालों के साथ, उसके कारण एक तरह से ये वायलेंस दिख रहा है।
क्या कहा? परिवार वालों के साथ लड़ाई? क्या मतलब?
जो आरोप आप पर और आपके परिवार वालों के ऊपर लगाया गया, भारतीय जनता पार्टी का ये मानना है कि सीधे तौर से एक तरह से ये प्री प्लान्ड कंस्पिरेसी था। दूसरी बात ये कह रहे हैं कि कई सारे ऐसे वीडियोस दिखाए जा रहे थे जिससे ये पता चलता है कि एक तरह से इसको ठीक तरह से प्लान किया गया था, और साथ ही साथ इस पूरे मामले को आगे लेके जाने के ऊपर समाजवादी पार्टी का हाथ।
सुनिए, बिल्कुल सही कहा, प्री प्लान था, साजिश के तहत ये साजिश रची थी पुलिस प्रशासन ने शासन के इशारे पर।
आपके पास क्या सबूत है
कि संभल के अंदर जो ये घटना घटी है कि जो संभल एक अति संवेदनशील जगह रहा है, और
आप आरोप लगा रहे हैं पुलिस, आप आरोप लगा रहे पुलिस पर, प्रशासन पर।
जनाब अब आपकी बात का सवाल आप जवाब देने दो तो मैं दूं भी जवाब आपको,
क्योंकि आप कह रहे हैं कि प्रशासन और साथ ही साथ पुलिस।
अब आप जवाब लीजिए ना मेरी बात का। अब आपने सवाल किया तो देखिए, जब मैं बता रहा हूं कि जो घटना घटी है बहुत अफसोसजनक है। संभल बहुत सुख शांति के साथ में रह रहा था और सभी लोग मिलजुल कर रह रहे थे, लेकिन अफसोस है जिस प्रकार साजिश के तहत इस घटना को अंजाम दिया गया, इसलिए हम लोग शुरू से इस चीज़ की मांग कर रहे हैं कि इसकी न्यायिक जांच होनी चाहिए, और वो न्यायिक जांच माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के सिटिंग जज से होनी चाहिए, जिससे कि अगर हम लोग चाहते हैं कि सच उजागर होना चाहिए कि कौन इस घटना के अंदर शामिल है, किसने साजिश के तहत इस घटना को अंजाम दिलाया है, और उन दोषियों को
आप कह रहे हैं। अब मुझे सवाल तो पूछने दीजिए, क्योंकि जब आप कहते हैं कि जब आप ये कहते हैं कि ये साजिश है और ये साजिश रचा गया है पुलिस और प्रशासन ने, सवाल ये उठता है कि पहले दिन ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है, दूसरे दिन जब सर्वे किया जाता है तो एक तरह से मॉब निकल कर आती है, और ये देखा जाता है कि कई सारे कॉल किया जा रहा है कि लोग आए और सर्वे को रोका जाए। तो क्या आप फिर भी कहेंगे कि ये प्रशासन का है, जबकि आपके पास सबूत नहीं है? प्रशासन ये कहती है कि देखिए कई सारे ऐसे वीडियोस हैं जिस पर साफ तरीके से नजर आ रहा है कि किस तरह से इसको प्लान किया गया था।
अब आप मेरी बात का जवाब देंगे? आपसे सवाल करता हूं, ये बताइए कि ऐसा पहले कौन सा ऐसा सर्वे हुआ है कि जिसके दिन के दिन याचिका दायर हुई, उसके अंदर आदेश हुआ कोर्ट का सर्वे का, और 1 से 1.5 घंटे के अंदर ये पुलिस प्रशासन के अधिकारी सर्वे कराने के लिए पहुंच गए? मुझे बताइए दूसरा ऐसा घटनाक्रम कहीं हुआ हो? कहाँ, किस जगह हुआ? क्यों पहुंचे इतनी जल्दबाजी के अंदर पुलिस प्रशासन के अधिकारी? क्या मतलब था उनकी? क्या साजिश थी? क्या दिखाना चाहते थे? क्या कोर्ट ने आदेश दिया था ऐसा कि तुरंत सर्वे करना है? नहीं दिया ना, कोर्ट ने आदेश दिया था, 29 तारीख डेट लगाई थी।
क्या ऐसे कोई आदेश आप कहते कोर्ट पर? क्यों आपने ये सवाल उठाया? मुझे भी बोल दीजिए, क्या कोर्ट ने ऐसी कोई रोक लगाई थी? जियाउर रहमान जी, क्या कोर्ट ने ऐसी कोई रोक लगाई थी? क्योंकि सर्वे करने के लिए लोकल कोर्ट का यह मानना था कि सर्वे किया जा सकता है। और दूसरी बात यह है कि अगर आप कहते हैं कि हिंदू साइड इसमें इन्वॉल्व है, प्रशासन इन्वॉल्व है, तो मुझे यह बताइए कि जब हिंदू साइड खुद सर्वे चाहती है तो वो क्यों करेगी ऐसे?
आप सवाल का जवाब ही नहीं सुनना चाह रहे तो कैसे बताऊं? या तो जवाब मैं
आपको सवाल, क्योंकि आप कह रहे थे कि कोर्ट की बात है, तो मैं तथ्य रखने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं।
मेरा मुकम्मल हो जाने दीजिए, और मैं ये कह रहा हूं, आप ये बताइए, पहले सर्वे के दौरान जब मैं और जनप्रतिनिधि मौजूद थे क्यों कोई घटना नहीं घटी, क्यों पुलिस प्रशासन, पब्लिक उस दिन भी थी और पब्लिक कोई लड़ना नहीं चाहती थी, सिर्फ इतनी जल्दबाजी में इन्होंने सर्वे कराया। बहुत हमने कोर्ट का सम्मान करते हुए, पूरी कमेटी ने जामा मस्जिद की और हम जनप्रतिनिधियों ने और सभी उलमाए किराम ने सर्वे को कराया, कोई बीच में रोड़ा उत्पन्न नहीं किया, जनता ने भी।
24 घंटे की समय दिया गया था, 24 घंटे की समय दिया गया था सर्वे करने के लिए।
कौन कह रहा है आपसे?
अगर आप कोर्ट के आदेश देख लीजिए तो जियाउर रहमान जी, साफ तरीके से ये कहा गया था कि पहले दिन, आप देखिए कि पहले दिन में ऐसा कुछ नहीं हुआ, जो भी ये हादसा हुआ है ये हादसा दूसरे दिन होता है।
आप मुझे बताइए कोर्ट का क्या आदेश था?
अगर यही है साजिश अगर होता तो ये मेरे को बता दीजिए कि पहले दिन ही क्यों नहीं हो जाता। आप मेरे को बताइए ना, आप कह रहे साजिश है, मैं तो देखिए मैं सवाल रख रहा हूं, मैं आपके ऊपर मैं सवाल रख रहा हूं, मैं ये बता रहा हूं, आप कह रहे हैं कि साजिश है, प्रशासन की ओर से साजिश है, तो ये बताइए पहले दिन क्यों नहीं हुआ?
देखिए
पहले दिन भी होना चाहिए था,
देखिए
अगले दिन होता है। ये
कोर्ट का आदेश क्या था आपको मालूम है? आपने पढ़ा है उसको? आप
बताइए, आप क्योंकि आप मेरे सवाल के जवाब से आप ये कहते हैं कि पहली बात तो ये है कि समय नहीं दिया गया, दूसरी बात आप कह रहे हैं कि प्रशासन ने ये साजिश की। तो मेरा सवाल यही बनता है कि अगर साजिश है, मान लीजिए, चलिए मान लेता हूं कि साजिश है, तो ये बताइए कि पहले दिन ही क्यों नहीं हुआ?
अरे मैं वही तो कह रहा हूं, पहले दिन घटना करना चाहते थे, उस दिन भी लाठीचार्ज करना चाह रहे थे, मैंने खुद रोका है उसको, मैंने खुद आकर के बीच में मैं कड़ी बना हूं पुलिस और जनता के बीच में। जब पुलिस लाठीचार्ज करना चाह रही थी, मैंने कहा कि यह हंगामा मैं नहीं होने दूंगा, आप लोग जिस उससे आए हो मकसद से आप अपना सर्वे करो, लाठीचार्ज कैसे कर दोगे आप बगैर किसी रीजन के? और मैं अगर वहां मौजूद होता उस दिन, तो मैं उस दिन भी इस घटना को, पुलिस की इस मंशा को होने नहीं देता। आप ये बताइए कि आइए कहते हैं कि पुलिस प्रशासन से आपने सवाल करा, आपने पुलिस प्रशासन से, वो कह रहे हैं कि हमारे, चलिए आपको एक और तथ्य दिखाता हूं, चैनल को छोड़ने के लिए मजबूर हूंगा अगर आप मेरे,
क्योंकि आप टीवी देख पा रहे हैं,
आप मेरी सब जवाब को नहीं सुनेंगे तो मैं छोड़ने के लिए मजबूर हूंगा। पहले मेहरबानी,
मैं सवाल तो पूछना मेरा बनता ही है, क्योंकि आप तो कुछ कह रहे। चलिए आप खत्म कर लीजिए, उसके बाद सवाल पूछा, आप खत्म कीजिए।
बिल्कुल, आप, मैं अपना पूरा कर दूं। मैं आपसे ये बताना चाह रहा हूं, आप उन पुलिस अधिकारियों से ये पूछिए जो एक समय ये कह रहे थे हमने गोली नहीं चलाई, जब वीडियो वायरल हुई तो दिखा किस प्रकार ये स्टेट फायरिंग करते नजर आ रहे हैं, पिस्टल से, राइफल से। और जब फिर उसके बाद में इन्होंने दूसरा रुख देने का कोशिश किया कि घटना आपस में एक दूसरे की गोली लगी है। अरे ये बताइए कि वहां पर क्या कोई जाति बिरादरी का झगड़ा हो रहा था जो एक दूसरे की गोली लगेगी? जब अपनी मस्जिद के लिए वहां लोग निगहते खड़े हुए थे, एक वीडियो मुझे दिखाइए जिसमें कि इनके पास तो ड्रोन कैमरे भी थे कि अगर जनता गोली चलाती हुई कहीं नजर आए तो मुझे दिखाइए। इन्होंने तो सिर्फ और सिर्फ इनका अधिकारी सीओ कह रहा है कि मैं जाहिल, हम पे पत्थर मारेंगे तो हम गोली चलाएंगे। मैं आपसे पूछना चाह रहा हूं, क्या कोई, अगर आप लाठी चार्ज कराओगे तो मजबूरन पत्थर भी नहीं चलाएगा वो आदमी? आपने लाठी चला के क्यों उकसाया? क्यों आप नारे लगाते हुए सर्वे करने के लिए पहुंचे? कि आप कोई फतेह करना चाह रहे थे मस्जिद को? आप नारे लगाते हुए वहां पे पहुंचे और आपने लाठी चार्ज करके सिर्फ इतना पूछा।
एक सवाल, अब मैं सवाल करूं,
और उसके पत्थर के जवाब में आपने गोली चला दी, हमारे 5 लोगों की जान।
अब मैं सवाल करूंगा तो आप कहेंगे कि, अब मैं सवाल करूंगा तो आप कहेंगे कि मैं आपको बीच में रोकने की कोशिश कर रहा हूं।
जी फरमाएं।
अगर आप टीवी देख पा रहे हैं इस वक्त तो मैं आपको कुछ दिखाना चाहता हूं। मैं आपको एक सीसीटीवी फुटेज दिखाना चाहता हूं। ये सीसीटीवी फुटेज जो आप देख रहे हैं इस वक्त फुल फ्रेम दिखाया जा रहा है। मैं ये नहीं, मैं दावे के साथ नहीं कह रहा हूं, ये जांच की बात है, पर सवाल ये उठाया जा रहा था कि सुबह सर्वे शुरू होने से पहले, कुछ ही घंटों पहले, सुबह 8 बजे के करीब आप देख रहे हैं कि कई लोग वहां पे आ जाते हैं और ये कहा जा रहा था कि कुछ कॉल किया गया था कि लोग आइए, सामान लेकर आइए। अब प्रशासन ये कहती है कि अगर ये कॉल आए और साथ ही साथ सामान लेकर आने की बात हो रही है तो कहीं ना कहीं बात ये उठती है कि किस तरह से इसे सर्वे को रोकने की कोशिश की जा रही है। दूसरी बात, एक तरह से आप ये कोई पीसफुल प्रोटेस्ट करने की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, आप कर रहे हैं कि एक तरह से ये वायलेंट प्रोटेस्ट हो, एक तरह से मैसेज जानी चाहिए। और आपके आदर्श नेता ये कहते हैं कि ये इलेक्शन के साथ जुड़ा हुआ है। तो मैं आपसे पहले ये सवाल कर रहा हूं कि ये बताइए, ये वीडियो देखने के बाद क्या आपको नहीं लगता कि ये प्री प्लान था?
क्या आपको इस उसमें ये लग रहा, आप कैसे कह सकते हो ये लाठी?
मैं सवाल कर रहा हूँ, आप मेरी ओपिनियन की बात नहीं कर रहे। मैं अपनी ओपिनियन की बात नहीं कर रहा, मैं आपसे सवाल कर रहा हूँ।
प्री प्लान प्रशासन का था, वो हमारे लोगों की हत्या करना चाहते थे। हमारे लोगों को आप कैसे कह सकते हो कि ये लोग पुलिस के लाठीचार्ज से पहले की ये वीडियो? मैं आपसे कह रहा हूं,
सीसीटीवी फुटेज पर टाइम स्टैम्प
वीडियो, ये सीसीटीवी फुटेज की वीडियो पुलिस के लाठीचार्ज की बाद में है। लोगों ने, आप मुझे दिखाइए जो वीडियो आप दिखा रहे हैं, इसमें किसी के हाथ में हथियार है? किसी के हाथ में हथियार है? आप बताइए मुझे, कहां से प्री प्लान हो गया?
आपको पहली बात तो ये जो आप कह रहे हैं टाइम की बात, आपने सवाल उठाया कि मुझे कैसे पता ये टाइम की बात। मैं तो कह रहा हूं कि ये टाइम स्टैम्प है, सुबह 8 बजे की है। और दूसरी बात आप कह रहे हैं कि अगर हथियार कहाँ हैं, चलिए कहीं और आपको वीडियोस भी दिखा देंगे और तस्वीरें भी दिखा देंगे जिया और साहब की किस तरह से कई सारे चीजें, पत्थर इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा है, लाठी की इस्तेमाल की जा रही है।
जनता ने हथियार नहीं दिखा पाएंगे, आपके पास है ही नहीं वीडियो। जनता ने हथियार नहीं लाए।
क्या आप मानते हैं कि पत्थरबाजी हुई? क्या आप मानते हैं?
अगर आप माफी चाहते हो, आपसे एक बात कहता हूं, अगर आपके या हमारे बच्चे होते वहां पर, अगर वो लाठी के बदले पत्थर चलाते तो क्या उनको गोली मार देगी पुलिस? अरे हमारा कानून भी ये कहता है कि बड़े से बड़ा अगर मुजरिम भी हो, क्रिमिनल भी हो, तो उसको भी सरेंडर का मौका दिया जाता है। जिस देश की नागरिकों की आपको सुरक्षा दी जाती है, आप उनका मर्डर करोगे, कत्ल करोगे आप उनका, सिर्फ पत्थर चलाने पर? और पत्थर चलाने का मौका क्यों दिया? क्यों लाठीचार्ज करिए आपने? क्यों सिचुएशन को नहीं संभाला आपने? खैर, अब मैं आपसे जनाब, मैं आपसे बहुत देर रहता, लेकिन आई एम सॉरी, मेरा कहीं अपॉइंटमेंट है, इसलिए अब मैं आपसे बिल्कुल खुलकर
एक आखिरी सवाल करूंगा, आप जाने से पहले
सुनिए, मैं आपके उस पर चैनल पर जो आया था 5 मिनट की समय के लिए कह के आया था, ऑलरेडी 10 मिनट में बैठ चुका। फिर मौका मिलेगा जरूर आपके साथ बैठूंगा और बिल्कुल तफसील से आपके साथ में गुफ्तगू करूंगा।
एक आखिरी सवाल जिया, मैं आपसे समय ज्यादा नहीं लूंगा, मैं आपसे 30 सेकंड लूंगा, सिर्फ एक 30 सेकंड लूंगा, क्योंकि ये बहुत महत्वपूर्ण बात है, क्योंकि लोग जानना भी चाहेंगे। क्योंकि एक में जहां पे पिस्टल की भी दिखाई दे रही है, एक तस्वीर ऐसे, आप कह रहे हैं कि ऐसा कोई भी तस्वीर नहीं है। आई एम टोल्ड दैट Ziaur Rahman has already left from there. Now Ziaur Rahman faces some very serious allegations. The Bharatiya Janata Party has leveled some allegations, and as far as the administration is concerned, the administration is largely looking at whether at all this was a pre-planned conspiracy to begin with. Now the videos that you see on your screens right now, these are images that were just before the survey began. Now this is also being debated. It's a contentious issue. Ziaur Rahman, who happens to be a Samajwadi Party parliamentarian, says that this is absolutely untrue. In fact, he's leveled an allegation against the administration by saying that the administration had pre-planned this, and there was an attempt that was made to basically carry out an attack on the locals there, to provoke the locals. Now that's the allegation that the Samajwadi Party has leveled. Now this has led to a major political face-off. What's the truth? Here at Republic TV, we have put together all the visuals, every visual which only indicates towards one side. That was this really pre-planned? And why exactly nothing really happened on the first very day, but all that you see, the violence thereafter, was only on the second day when the survey was being carried out. Here we have put out the full report, what the locals have to say, and once again an attempt made to the person who is right in the middle of this entire controversy, Ziaur Rahman, parliamentarian from the Samajwadi Party. Stepping into a short break. On the other side, we'll be back with more news.
RSS chief advocates for 3-child policy. Bhagwat flags 2.1% population growth rate target. Or no masks? Time for India to relook population policy? Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
सॉरी डॉक्टर। मनी, सफीना, शादी कैसी चल रही है?
मैं बताइए, आइस बोला था लाने को, लद्दाख चला गया। पूछा फोन पे इतना बिजी क्यों है, तो क्या बोला तू? हाँ, माउंटेन्स वर कॉलिंग। इतना पहाड़ों के साथ गुलू गुलू करेगा तो धोप तुएंगी ना इसको।
डॉक्टर जहांगीर, मैं उड़ना चाहता हूँ, दौड़ना चाहता हूँ, बस इस घर में रुकना नहीं चाहता।
बट क्यों?
उस दिन सनसेट देखने छज्जे पे चढ़ा, टूट गया। I don't feel safe.
हाँ, तू किसने बोला घर की दीवार पे रॉक क्लाइंबिंग करने को?
सफीना, बदतमीजी।
समझ गया। मेरे पास आप दोनों की प्रॉब्लम की मेडिसिन है। घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग शिप भी बन सकती है।
Cornered bar gets hybrid model ultimatum. India refuses to budge on Champions Trophy saga. Has Pakistan's bargain game plan flopped? Debating tonight at 8:30 p.m. TMC leaders controversial Waqf appeasement.
আপনি যেখানে নামাজ পড়বেন বা যারাই নামাজ পড়লে কোনো এক জায়গা সেটা that will be treated as waqf property.
Arnab asks, how can opposition back this bizarre Waqf logic? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
सॉरी डॉक्टर। मनी, सफीना, शादी कैसी चल रही है?
मैं बताएगी। आइस बोला था लाने को, लद्दाख चला गया। पूछा फोन पे इतना बिजी क्यों है, तो क्या बोला तू? हाँ, माउंटेन्स वर कॉलिंग। इतना पहाड़ों के साथ गुलू गुलू करेगा तो धोपतुएंगी ना इसको।
डॉक्टर जहांगीर, मैं उड़ना चाहता हूँ, दौड़ना चाहता हूँ, बस इस घर में रुकना नहीं चाहता।
बट क्यों?
उस दिन सनसेट देखने छज्जे पे चढ़ा, टूट गया। I don't feel safe.
हाँ, तू किसने बोला घर की दीवार पे रॉक क्लाइंबिंग करने को?
सफीना, बदतमीजी।
समझ गया। मेरे पास आप दोनों की प्रॉब्लम की मेडिसिन है। इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग शिप भी बन सकती है।
Thank you for joining us here on Republic TV. I'm Niranjan. We're counting down to Super Prime Time Max with Arnab. 4 big debates coming up. And one of the subjects we're looking at very, very closely, which has sparked off a national discussion, is what the RSS chief has said. He's spoken about fertility rates and whether Indian couples, Hindu couples, Indian couples need to have 3 children each. 3 kids per couple. Is that possible? That's the debate. Here are the headlines. RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat bats for 3 children per couple in India. Trinamool Congress parliamentarian says any place where namaz is offered becomes Waqf property. Can you believe these people? It's clear now, Pakistan will toe the line and India will play the Champions Trophy games in Dubai. And 7 years after their interview with a US investigator, a private investigator, Republic ensuring that the interview with Michael Hirschman becomes the talking point. The Republic interview has opened up Bofors case once again. We'll tell you all about that. Indy split on the parliament agenda. Congress wants a Dani debate. Some in the opposition don't want it. There's a full split. Cyclone Fengal leaving a trail of destruction in many parts of Tamil Nadu. We get you those pictures on the show. Okay, the big debate around what the RSS chief has said. Mohan Bhagwat, after Mohan Bhagwat made that comment, there's a huge debate. Of course, some in the opposition jumping in, saying that, how can Mohan Bhagwat or the RSS chief make sure that couples have 3 kids each? Will they give extra schemes? RSS chief's 3-child call sparking a debate. Here is how the opposition is responding to it this evening.
पैदा करने के लिए वो क्या लोगों को देंगे, क्या कुछ देंगे? अकाउंट में डालेंगे 1500 रुपए, जो बच्चे ज्यादा पैदा करेगा उसको 1500 बढ़ के मिलेंगे। नहीं, औलाद पैदा करो वो स्कीम निकालेंगे क्या? ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं। TFR रेट हर कम्युनिटी का गिरा है। सबसे ज्यादा TFR रेट गिरा है रिलीजन वाइज मुसलमानों का, मगर अभी भी हिंदू समुदाय का TFR रेट वो मुसलमानों में फर्क है। अब मगर ये जो स्टेटमेंट आज बोल रहे कि आप जो बोल रहे अगर वो सच है और आप सच ही बोलेंगे कि बच्चे पैदा करो, तो मोहन भागवत जी को बोलना चाहिए कि जैसा यहाँ पर लाडली बहना का स्कीम में कितना 1500 रुपए दे रहे ना, तो आप एक स्कीम निकाल लो कि जो इतने बच्चे पैदा करेंगे उसके अकाउंट में हम लोग 2000 डालेंगे, कितना डालेंगे, क्या डालेंगे वो डिसाइड कर लो।
एक सवाल सर मोहन भागवत पर। सर संचालक आरएसएस के कह रहे हैं कि फर्टिलिटी रेट बहुत कम हो गया है, ऐसे में 3 बच्चे पैदा करें तभी फर्टिलिटी रेट बढ़ेगा, वरना हालात दूसरे देशों जैसे हो
लगता है आजकल उनकी पट नहीं रही मोदी जी से, तभी तो अखबारों में बयान दे रहे हैं।
मोहन भागवत कह रहे हैं कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा बच्चे पैदा करो, 3 बच्चे पैदा करो, फर्टिलिटी रेट कम हो गया है।
प्रचारकों पे से पाबंदी हटाएं, जो शादी करने पे प्रचारकों के पाबंदी है, संघ प्रचारकों के, उसको हटा लेना चाहिए।
Watching the movie Sabarmati report the truth about what happened in Sabarmati. This was a special screening that was arranged for the Prime Minister, who has watched the movie in the premises of Parliament. This is with a few senior ministers, also seen on screen of Vikrant Masi's The Sabarmati Report. You saw senior ministers, including Rajnath Singh there, watching that movie with the Prime Minister. A Prime Minister attending a special screening of The Sabarmati Report. The film, which stars Vikrant Masi, focuses on the 2002 Godhra train burning incident that resulted in violence in 2002. The Prime Minister had previously praised the film for revealing the truths about the Sabarmati tragedy and the aftermath of it. And this is for the first time that the Prime Minister is watching that movie. We have that picture that came in. We'll just play that out. The Prime Minister, along with several other parliamentarians, have watched the movie a short while back. In fact, he has attended the special screening in Parliament. And the Prime Minister had previously praised the movie. And he had also said that a fake narrative can only persist for a limited period, specifically in response to the kind of lies that was peddled about what happened in Sabarmati. That's it. That's the film being watched by the Prime Minister and the star cast. The movie that gets you the truth about what happened in Godhra in 2002. Look at that. Those are pictures of the screening that we are getting. The Prime Minister himself has watched that movie. On his left, Union Home Minister Amit Shah. On the right of the Prime Minister, let's put the first on Republic, watermark on that. The Prime Minister, we are hearing, also reportedly got emotional while watching that movie. He's seated, he's flanked by Union Home Minister Amit Shah to his left. And on the right of the Prime Minister, I also see there Rajnath Singh, the Union Defence Minister. And these are the first pictures of a special screening. JP Nadda, the BJP President, also a Union Minister. To the left of Amit Shah in the visuals that you see there, Mansukh Mandavia also on screen. They're seated alongside the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister has also tweeted, and we're going to read what the Prime Minister has tweeted. He has said, I joined fellow NDA MPs at a screening of the Sabarmati Report. I commend the makers of the film for their effort. Very, very senior ministers that I see there. I see Union Minister Rajnath Singh. I also see Nitin Gadkari, Union Minister, watching the movie along with Khattar, the former Haryana Chief Minister, now Union Minister. Prime Minister Modi to his left, Amit Shah, JP Nadda, Mansukh Mandavia. Let me go across to Abhishek Kapoor, my colleague joining us on the phone. I also see Jayant Chaudhary there, very interesting, seated in that auditorium, Abhishek. Nobody knows better than Prime Minister Modi what happened in 2002, Abhishek. I mean, he's lived through it. He's been at the helm in Gujarat for so many years, consecutive terms. And he's battled narratives. He's battled an entire lobby for decades, Abhishek. And what does this movie, or rather the truth that comes out of the movie, mean to the Prime Minister, Abhishek? You've been there in Gujarat. You've covered the life of the Prime Minister, journey of his.
Well, absolutely. It was, about a narrative building, a political narrative building in which Gujarat was painted in a certain light. And the trigger of the entire unfortunate episode of 2002, the Sabarmati train carnage, was swept under the carpet. And I spoke to somebody who was part of this watching, where Prime Minister was present, and he told me that Prime Minister was so deeply involved, you could read emotions on his face when he was watching this, and that really gives you an idea of the kind of, and he's, in a way, that was a political narrative building exercise in painting Gujarat in a certain light. Narendra Modi paid the heaviest price, though of course, with the dint of his own, countering this whole thing, he really came over it and, salvaged his career, which was the ultimate objective of that political narrative building, to essentially sabotage Narendra Modi's rise in Indian politics. I think if you look at all these people watching and the pain of people there, the fact that this was a conspiracy, the fact that there was planning involved, the fact that there were people involved who were part of, or who had linkages at least with the Congress party, at the local level in the Godhra municipality at that time. The fact that this would have taken a few days of planning, all that was just, brushed under the carpet just so that Gujarat could be painted in a bad light. And that's why I think if you look at it, all these people sitting there who were closely involved in those developments at that time, including Rajnath Singh, including Prime Minister, of course, including Amit Shah, who is the Union Home Minister now. Really, this is sort of, nobody is really discounting the scale of the tragedy that happened in Gujarat, the violence, the cycle of violence, counter-violence, almost 1,000 dead, about 200 plus missing. But the fact of the matter is that this is that aspect of Gujarat episode of 2002, which was sought to be suppressed. And that's why I think you're seeing this, the kind of backing with the Prime Minister watching it. And earlier also he has tweeted and endorsed it. And now, of course, he's also again posted some of the pictures of that screening in the Parliament in the GMC Bal Yogi Auditorium, Niranjan, where he, his cabinet, colleagues and others from the BJP have watched the screening of Sabarmati report.
Yeah. Abhishek, thank you for joining us, with your inputs. Abhishek has been in Gujarat. He was, before moving to Delhi, he was reporting in Gujarat, has been tracking the Prime Minister for a very, very, very long time. Abhishek, I'll take one more question because I also have an interview of Harbhajan Singh, a very rare interview of Harbhajan Singh on Republic TV. I'm going to go across to that where he spoke about India-Pakistan. But, Abhishek, regarding this particular movie, you've seen, I just found it interesting that Amit Shah was, of course, flanked by, was to the Prime Minister's left. He's actually been with the Prime Minister all these years, through all those years, if I could put it that way, when the Prime Minister was, targeted by this lobby in Gujarat. Of course, we all know that. We've covered that. For them, since then, a lot has, gone down the bridge. But how will they reflect on the incidents when they look at it in that auditorium today?
Well, you see, Niranjan, as I was saying, there was a project, a political project that was unleashed on Gujarat in the aftermath of the unfortunate 2002 violence, riot, counter-violence, and which was to, somehow contain the rise of Narendra Modi, to limit his politics to Gujarat, even, finish his political career and post-2004 onwards. So, for example, not connected, but the manner in which, for example, the encounters episode from Ishrat Jahan to Sohrabuddin were treated, the manner in which the then dispensation led by the Congress party in Delhi sort of manipulated, including manipulating affidavits before the topmost court of the country. This is recent history, and the manner in which activists and NGOs were used to manipulate the facts on the ground. We have seen parallelly, Niranjan, in the prosecution of Teesta Setalwad, the manner in which the affidavits of victims were doctored, tutored, and ghostwritten. So I think all those things, and you counter with the fact that these victims were unsung. Nobody talked about the fact that 59 people died, burnt to death in a planned conspiracy in the X6 coach of Sabarmati on that fateful day in Godhra, at the Godhra railway station, which led to that cycle of violence in the first place. So I think it is just, as I said, one aspect of the entire 2002 tragedy, which is being brought out with this film, and the Prime Minister, because he was closely involved there as Chief Minister, having a look at it.
Thank you for that, Abhishek. Getting in some responses of parliamentarians who watched it along with the Prime Minister. Let's play that out.
फिल्म जो है बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट फिल्म है और आप सब अपने परिवार के साथ जाके देखिए, क्योंकि एक हमारे देश का जो इतिहास है और कैसे ये जो हमारी जो पहले की सरकार रह चुकी है, कांग्रेस की सरकार रह चुकी है, और किस तरह से जो है वो तथ्यों को छुपाया गया और एक दूसरे के साथ में मिलके किस तरह से जो लोगों की जान गई, उनकी जो है एक तरह से चिताओं की आग पे जिसे कहते हैं राजनीतिक रोटियां सेकी गई, तो ये सब देखने को मिलता, दुख होता है। और आज हमें अच्छा लगता है कि कलाकारों को इतना ये फ्रीडम है कि वो जो चाहे वो फिल्म बना सकते।
All right, we have an exclusive interaction with Harbhajan Singh, former Indian cricketer, also parliamentarian, who spoke to Republic Sportfit. Harbhajan on Republic, speaking on the Republic Sportfit rather, which is our sub-brand for anything sport on republicworld.com. And he's spoken on the Champions Trophy controversy. Many have been debating whether India should go to Pakistan at all, and why should we go to Pakistan? It's not a safe country after all. Pakistan, on its part, has been forced to accept the hybrid model, wherein the tournament itself will be held in Pakistan, but all India games will be in Dubai, in UAE. Let's listen in. Here's what Harbhajan Singh said.
Is Pakistan not agreeing on the hybrid model?
Well, I think एग्री कर जाएंगे. मुझे नहीं लगता है कि वो एग्री नहीं करेंगे. बट क्रिकेट में देखिए, इंडिया पाकिस्तान के मैचेस वैसे ही नहीं होते हैं, तो इसमें थोड़ा सा ईगो को साइड रख के क्रिकेट को आगे बढ़ने देना चाहिए. हाइब्रिड मॉडल पे खेलिए, क्रिकेट जो है वो आगे बढ़े.
Is Pakistan not agreeing on the hybrid model?
Well, I think एग्री कर जाएंगे. मुझे नहीं लगता है कि वो एग्री नहीं करेंगे. बट क्रिकेट में देखिए, इंडिया पाकिस्तान के मैचेस वैसे ही नहीं होते हैं, तो इसमें थोड़ा सा ईगो को साइड रख के क्रिकेट को आगे बढ़ने देना चाहिए. हाइब्रिड मॉडल पे खेलिए, क्रिकेट जो है वो आगे बढ़े.
Rakshita joining me live from the newsroom. Rakshita, we are hearing that Pakistan has agreed, of course. I mean, we all knew it. We've been debating it for several months that it's not going to be held in Pakistan. But for some reason, they decided to, dig their heels in vain. It will be held in the UAE, at least the hybrid game, in a hybrid format. Has there been any official communication on that, Rakshita?
Official commitment, official announcement made yet, but of course everybody knows that there is no option for Pakistan but to succumb, surrender and bow down to this demand of the BCCI, that there cannot be any Champions Trophy without India. That ICC also knows very well, and that is what has happened. PCB now is trying to put in trying to float such stories via its media in Pakistan, saying that it wants a fusion formula, just playing into nomenclature. So hybrid is something that it is not wanting to maybe accept. So it's saying that we want a fusion model in future. We will not come to India whenever India hosts an ICC tournament, to which India is not going to put any sort of written agreement to. It is not going to give any written guarantee, as PCB is trying to flex at least what it is floating around in the media, in Pakistan local media. Having said that, yes, there is no official announcement yet. The broadcasters meeting is also pending, so there are a lot of issues to be sorted out. Many issues have to be sorted out, and also not to forget that UAE ambassador to India a short while back has also said that both India and Pakistan are welcome in Dubai. Not to forget that Mohsin Naqvi, who is the PCB chief, was in Dubai over the weekend. He held a meeting with the Emirates Cricket Board chief as well, which of course sparked more further speculations that there were discussions held for the organization of matches, of certain matches, and particularly India's matches, India versus Pakistan and other fixtures that feature India. And if India goes on to qualify for the semi-finals and the finals, then they will also be moved out of Pakistan, UAE being one of the front runners as far as the venue for India is concerned.
Yes, stay with me, Rakshita, because I want to play out what Harbhajan Singh said to Republic TV once again. That's the view of most Indians. Harbhajan Singh echoing what Pakistan should be doing vis-a-vis India's participation. I'd like to play that out. It's an interview to Republic Sportfit this evening.
So what's your take on Champions Trophy? Is Pakistan not agreeing on the hybrid model?
Well, I think एग्री कर जाएंगे. मुझे नहीं लगता है कि वो एग्री नहीं करेंगे. बट क्रिकेट में देखिए, इंडिया पाकिस्तान के मैचेस वैसे ही नहीं होते हैं, तो इसमें थोड़ा सा ईगो को साइड रख के क्रिकेट को आगे बढ़ने देना चाहिए. हाइब्रिड मॉडल पे खेलिए, क्रिकेट जो है वो आगे बढ़े.
So what's your take on Champions Trophy? Is Pakistan not agreeing on the hybrid model?
Well, I think एग्री कर जाएंगे. मुझे नहीं लगता है कि वो एग्री नहीं करेंगे. बट क्रिकेट में देखिए, इंडिया पाकिस्तान के मैचेस वैसे ही नहीं होते हैं, तो इसमें थोड़ा सा ईगो को साइड रख के क्रिकेट को आगे बढ़ने देना चाहिए. हाइब्रिड मॉडल पे खेलिए, क्रिकेट जो है वो आगे बढ़े.
Yeah. Now, do we have the full details of the modalities worked out? We had a statement also come in by the UAE, right, Rakshita, today. UAE has, of course, agreed. Now,
Is that correct? They've agreed to host these matches?
Yes,
short notice?
they have welcomed it. There's again no official announcement. The ambassador, the UAE ambassador to India, says that we welcome both India and Pakistan. We of course welcome the business of cricket. And remember, even we've seen in the past many tournaments have been played in UAE, including the IPL. That is organized by the BCC completely. So yes, UAE will be a venue. That is one of the most prominent options that is coming in. The front runners in the options, if you talk about the India matches, and especially the semi-finals and finals if India qualifies. And also remember that Pakistan cannot afford to reject the hybrid model, because it can suffer at least $65 million as big as that amount. And we all know how cash-strapped the Pakistan Cricket Board is, how Pakistan is, and we do know that they cannot afford to take that risk. If it rejects the hybrid model, then entire tournament can be moved out of Pakistan, and Pakistan might just face the ICC penalties. Now, even if there's a hybrid model, well, there will be the sponsorship, I beg your pardon, the rights remain with Pakistan, the hosting rights remain with Pakistan. Yes, there will be some amount of losses that might occur, and UAE will be standing to benefit from that. And, you know, the delaying tactics, Pakistan showing adamancy over that, was somewhere seen as, Pakistan tried to bargain more incentives from ICC so as to show that they are miffed with this model. They never wanted anyone to play outside Pakistan, and now, just to placate them, ICC needs to give them more incentive financially. That's what Pakistan has been trying to do. That is one of the tactics that it has been playing. But in the end, we do know it doesn't even matter. India matches will not happen in Pakistan.
Okay, thank you for joining us with those inputs. Pakistan towing the line. The Champions Trophy will be held in Pakistan, but India will not be there. India will participate only in a hybrid model. We will not travel to Pakistan. That's the message also coming in from Harbhajan Singh, who says Pakistan should move on now.
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
Champions Trophy hosting debacle has taken several twists and turns as
सॉरी डॉक्टर। मनी, सफीना, शादी कैसी चल रही है?
मैं बताएगी। आइस बोला था लाने को, लद्दाख चला गया। पूछा फोन पे इतना बिजी बिजी क्यों है, तो क्या बोला तू? हाँ, माउंटेन्स वर कॉलिंग। इतना पहाड़ों के साथ गुलू गुलू करेगा तो धोप तुएंगी ना इसको।
डॉक्टर जहांगीर, मैं उड़ना चाहता हूँ, दौड़ना चाहता हूँ, बस इस घर में रुकना नहीं चाहता।
बट क्यों?
उस दिन सनसेट देखने छज्जे पे चढ़ा, टूट गया। I don't feel safe.
हाँ, तू किसने बोला घर की दीवार पे रॉक क्लाइंबिंग करने को?
सफीना, बदतमीजी।
समझ गया। मेरे पास आप दोनों की प्रॉब्लम की मेडिसिन है। इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग शिप भी बन सकती है।
RSS chief advocates for three-child policy. Bhagwat flags 2.1% population growth rate target. Arnab asks, time for India to relook population policy? Debating tonight at 8 p.m.
Again and again, there is a delay by the US government, and now it is the fourth time that the government has requested. I think they should take the cognizance.
The President, Rajiv Gandhi, an investigation into violation of currency control laws, that is, hidden assets being taken out of India.
cornered Park gets hybrid model ultimatum. India refuses to budge on Champions Trophy saga. Has Pakistan's bargain game plan flopped? Debating tonight at 8:30 p.m. TMC leaders controversial Waqf appeasement.
আপনি যেখানে নামাজ পড়বেন বা যারাই নামাজ পড়লে কোনো এক জায়গা সেটা that will be treated as waqf property.
Arnab asks, how can opposition back this bizarre Waqf logic? Debating tonight at 9 p.m. PM Modi watches Sabarmati report in Parliament. Fake narratives of 2002 finally busted. Is Sabarmati truth finally out? Debating tonight at 9:30 p.m.
Again and again, there is a delay by the US government, and now it is the fourth time that the government has requested. I think they should take the cognizance.
The President, Rajiv Gandhi, an investigation into violation of currency control laws, that is, hidden assets being taken out of India.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat has said that every couple must have 3 children and that the rate of growth of the population must go up, and there's a huge controversy over it because it is assumed that what Mohan Bhagwat is saying is that Hindus must have more children. Now, why must Hindus bear the weight of population control while others play the numbers game? Mohan Bhagwat's call for the 3 children policy is not some lofty ideal. It is survival strategy 101. India's fertility rate has plunged to 2.0, below the 2.1 replacement level, which means that by 2050, 1 in 5 Indians will be a senior citizen and our workforce will shrink. Who will sustain our economy? Who will sustain and carry our culture forward? Decline isn't just a threat. It is happening. Yet the outrage brigade calls Bhagwat's vision absurd. Owaisi mocks Mohan Bhagwat's ideas, but his own leaders have openly called for Muslims to have more children. When All India Majlis-e-Ittihadul Muslimin leaders urge their community, the Muslim community, to reject family planning, where's the backlash? When Bhagwat simply calls for balance, the outrage is deafening. This is too much hypocrisy. Look at Japan, look at China. These countries ignored their falling fertility levels and now they are scrambling to save their economies. South India's TFR has hit rock bottom. Northern states are only holding the line. Meanwhile, Muslim fertility rates remain above replacement, steadily tipping the scales. This is not alarmism, it's mathematics. Hindus must wake up before their demographic decline becomes irreversible. So what RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat is doing isn't just stirring controversy, he is realistically sounding the alarm for the country that is on the verge of demographic catastrophe. Listen now or vanish later. The choice is yours. That is rightly debate number 1 tonight. And we need to make sure that the 3 children policy gets properly debated and discussed in terms of what is good for the country. Debate number 2 this evening, viewers. Pakistan is bowing down to India, we are told, to the hybrid model. Their game plan has flopped a day after Jai Shah has taken over as ICC chief. We push them back. Debate number 3 this evening. The TMC says wherever Muslims perform namaz is a waqf land. That's the height of appeasement. And debate number 4 this evening, viewers. The Sabarmati movie has been watched by the Prime Minister. This is not just an endorsement but a need for a correction in the writing of history, and what led to the Gujarat riots cannot be erased from our history books. And here are the headlines this Monday evening on the Debate Tonight. At a time when caste-based census and population control measures have been politically charged issues, RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat reignites the population debate. He says per couple must have 3 kids to avoid a population crisis. Cash-strapped Pakistan, left with no option, finally bows down to India. Sources are telling Republic that Pakistan has agreed to adopting the hybrid model and that UAE will most likely host the India-Pak matches.
A Muslim, if he is dedicated to Allah, even if it is not registered, then if the namaz is prayed by the Mohammedan peoples, that would be treated as a waqf property. That is the Supreme Court judgment.
Outlandish remark by TMC MP Kalyan Banerjee. He says that any land in which namaz is read becomes a waqf property. And the Sabarmati report film screened in the Parliament auditorium, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, union ministers and MPs watched the truth of the 2002 Gujarat riots. Ladies and gentlemen, the remark that Mohan Bhagwat has made has raised an alarm. It is no hidden truth that the Hindu population is declining. So what is wrong when Mohan Bhagwat puts forward the 3 kids per couple demand? Let's debate.
The population debate is reignited. The RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat has drawn attention to the trend among young couples who are hesitant to have children.
संख्येचा उल्लेख झाला, जनसंख्या कमी होते भरकीता चिंतेचा विषय आहे. त्याचं कारण हे शास्त्र, लोकसंख्या शास्त्र जे आधुनिक ते असं सांगतं की 2.1च्या खाली जायला लागलो तर तो समाजच नष्ट होतो. पृथ्वीच्या पाठीवर तो राहत नाही. कोणी त्याला मारेल असं नाही, तो काही नसलं संकट तरी तो समाज नष्ट होतो, पुढे चालत नाही.
The RSS chief says it is essential to maintain fertility rate about 2.1, batting for 3 children per couple.
आपल्या देशाची जनसंख्या नीती 1998 वगैरे मध्ये ठरली का 2002 मध्ये ठरली पाहिजे, साल माहिती आहे मला. पण त्याच्यातही असं सांगतात की 2.1च्या खाली नको. 2.1 म्हणजे 0.1 तर माणूस जन्मत नाही ना कधी. 2 पेक्षा जास्ती पाहिजे, 3 पाहिजे कमीत कमी, असं शास्त्र सांगतं.
The AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi has questioned the RSS chief.
हम मोहन भगवत जी से पूछना चाह रहे हैं कि बच्चे पैदा करने के लिए वो क्या लोगों को देंगे, क्या कुछ देंगे, अकाउंट में डालेंगे 1500 रुपये, जो बच्चे ज़्यादा पैदा करेगा उसको 1500 बढ़ के मिलेंगे. तो आप एक स्कीम निकाल लो कि जो इतने बच्चे पैदा करेंगे उसके अकाउंट में हम लोग 2000 डालेंगे, कितना डालेंगे, क्या डालेंगे वो डिसाइड कर लो.
पर सर संचालक आरएसएस के कह रहे हैं कि फर्टिलिटी रेट बहुत कम हो गया है, ऐसे में 3 बच्चे पैदा करें तभी फर्टिलिटी रेट बढ़ेगा, वरना हालात दूसरे देशों जैसे हो
लगता है आजकल उनकी पट नहीं रही मोदी जी से, तभी तो अखबारों में बयान दे रहे हैं.
The need for a strong population policy has been the subject of debate for a few years now. So where does the 3 children per couple figure in it?
Okay, we'll have an interesting debate on this 3-child policy demand. OIC is very angry. We have Muslim leaders who are saying that Mohan Bhagwat wants another complete Hindu takeover of the country. With us is Rajiv Tuli, head of the RSS media wing, Ratan Sharda, RSS-leaning author and analyst, Mohammad Suleiman, founder member of the All India Muslim Personal Law Board, and Fuad Halim of the CPIM. May I start with you, Rajiv ji? Why has Mohan Bhagwat asked everyone to have 3 children, or is he asking Hindus to have 3 children per couple?
Thank you, Arnab, for giving me a chance to open up the debate. I'll give you the background of this speech that he has made. This was a program. My voice is echoing back.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. So now there was a program in Nagpur which was organized by Kul Vritant Lekhaks. I mean, the people who write about the family trees of their clients. And speaker prior to Bhagwat ji told that till 40, the number of kids that families used to have was 5 to 6. From 1940 to 70, it was 3 to 4, and 70 se leke ab tak, it has become 2 or even less than that. Even we have couples who are of the opinion of DINK, that is double income, no kid. So now what is the consequence of it? As you have rightly opened up the debate and said that, look at the Japan and the China. They have a dwindling population. Most of the population is of older people, and probably they don't have younger people to look after these older people also. Also look at the population of different European countries, the TFR of the different European countries. Spain, it have a TFR of 1.16. Portugal, 1.43. Romania, 1.71. Denmark is about 1.55. And look at the demographic change that is happening in these countries. You can very well read about these in the newspapers. So if this demography goes, if the TFR goes below 2, he have rightly said, and this is about the population science. The social scientists have told, and there is a report by the Pew Research Foundation, that wherever the TFR have gone below below 2, that civilizational or that society will not be able to survive. Now look at the context of if you look at the context of India, the societies, the religions who have a TFR of above 2.1, they should try to reduce it, and those who have below 2 or 2.1, they should try to increase it. Ultimately, we are living in a democracy where demography is destiny. Our country have already seen few partitions due to dwindling population of Hindus per se. To be very clear of the facts, you know, we lost Pakistan, we lost Bangladesh, and whatever population was left there of Hindus is on the verge of, you know, extension. No.
Basically, what you're saying, Mr. Tuli,
basic is those
is that Muslim population
2.1, they should reduce it to 2.1.
Yeah, but how do you do that? How do you tell Muslims to have less children? Is it possible to do that, Mr. Suleiman? Rajiv Tuli of the RSS is saying, "Aapko meri awaaz aa rahi hai, Suleiman ji? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Rajiv Tuli of the RSS is saying that everybody must have the same kind of growth of population. Muslims are multiplying much more than Hindus, and it is not the responsibility of the Hindu community alone to maintain population control figures. So my question is, what is the responsibility of the Muslim community to bring their TFR or total fertility rate down?
First thing is that it's wrong to say that Muslim fertility rate is higher than that of the Muslim.
It is true. It's a statistical fact.
It's not.
It is a statistical fact.
No, it's not true. Actually, if they take Hindus means Savarnas Hindus only, Bhagavad Gita takes Hindus as a Savarnas Hindu only, then you may say it is true. Otherwise,
no, he does not say Savarna and all that. Like you are not saying Sunni, Shia, Sufi.
Majority of the backwards tribals, Dalits, they have almost same fertility rate as that of the Muslim community. But RSS is always playing this Hindu-Muslim card. Always is trying to provoke and just divide the society, and their basics are their.
Why are you trying to group together with Hindus? You are not a. You don't group together with Hindus or any section of Hindus.
No, I'm not grouping.
You are a leader of the All India Muslim Personal Law Board. Are you saying 1 minute? Let me ask you. One minute. So you're a member of the All India Muslim Personal Law Board. You don't represent SC, ST, OBC. Why are you talking for Hindus? Why are you speaking for Hindus? I'm asking you for the Muslim community. You are not an advocate of any section of the Hindu community.
No. Neither I am advocate of the Muslim, I am advocate of the India as a whole. I am speaking for Hindus, for Indian, as Indian, and I stand for that concept, that basic ideology. That
Sir, you are
social
sitting as a All India Muslim Personal Law Board head, right? Or member of the All India Muslim Law Board. How can you speak about others when you are specially handling a particular community's board? I don't even know whether Shia or Sunni. So now coming to the entire debate, Arnab is trying to misguide people. See, Muslim fertility rate fell from 4.4 to 2.36. Hindu fertility rate fell from 3.3 to 1.94. Naturally, the Hindu population will go down and Muslim population gap will keep on increasing. As per Pew, in 2050, Hindus will reach with 33% growth over the period to 130 crores, while Muslim will reach 31 crore with 76% growth, and Muslims will rise to more than 18%. Remember, India was partitioned when Muslim population was 24%. So that is a historic lesson. But let me come to more economic issue, because these communal issues will keep on clouding the entire debate. The debate is whether this kind of population, as it increases, the elder population, it reduces the young population, how does the economy modify the run itself? You have very well framed the debate, and we know what happened to Kashmir also. Now coming to this replacement policy, South Korea fertility has dropped down to 0.72 and elder population from 14.9 will rise to 46.5% of the total population 2067. So this population will go down to 36 million by 2072. How does that particular country, they are predicting it is doomed, it will finish, it will shrink. If that happens, there are around 20 countries in the world whose population is going down. That particular loss of labor is being fulfilled by immigrants, and we know what immigrants have done to Europe. Forget India, what they have done to Europe. So this debate is whether we can sustain our population in a good balance. Hamare was fine when it was coined, because it was socialist economy, we were in a bad shape, everybody was poor, everybody was happily poor. Now with the rising economy and rising people, what we are seeing is the 25. Middle class 25. And the upper middle class is getting into a area where it is only desire and lust, nothing else. They don't respect family, the Western values. They believe that we have come here to make enjoy our life, not look after kids, not look after families. Family institution, which Mohanji also highlighted, is the crux and very foundation of our society, for which you need a family. When one child couple goes to the school counselor saying my child is depressed, it tells you because the child has no other child to play with, child has no other family, mother and father are both working, the population of educated people are decreasing. You look at South, you look at other classes, as soon as you go to North, where there is less literacy, there is less economic growth, population booms. And you find that is where the balance is coming, that population growth now you see is a result of education.
You're going into many sociological issues.
Mix of economy.
Mr. Sharda.
The point is what happened to Kashmir.
Mr. Sharda, I want to come to a moot point. The Muslim population has been growing alarmingly.
I get
and the Hindu population has been coming down. Now, what is the responsibility of the Muslim population to work together in national interest? Logic is simple. Fuad Halim, Muslims must reduce their rate of...
Don't touch our law. They said, don't touch our law. We will not go for birth control. We will not follow your norms. We will not follow the norms being suggested by Yogi that if you have more than 2 children, we will not give you government grant, etc. So they have opposed all that. How come today they are saying that there is something wrong with what Mohanji has said?
No, and
so
also what is, may I ask Fuad,
lost the election.
Thank you. Let me get in Fuad, recently,
said that Muslim population increased.
One minute. Fuad, recently the incarcerated chief of the Muslim Dini Mahaz, Muhammad Qasim, he said that we appeal to well-to-do Muslims to marry more than once and have as many children as possible. And then he said the Quranic tenet of justice between wives is only in providing equal provision and not inclination of the heart. Then All India MIM leader Ghufran Noor said that unless we have many more children, how will we rule? Like, how will Muslims rule? How will Owaisi Saab become Prime Minister of India? Unless we have increased the Muslim population. So Muslim leaders are very clear. There must be more population share of Muslims so that Muslims can have more clout among Muslims. There is no question of national interest. They look at it in terms of what is good for Muslims. But Mohan Bhagwat is looking at it in terms of what is good for the country.
Well, if we look at what Mohan starts his conversation with, that is the fertility rate of India is 2.1. Is something that is absolutely incorrect.
He says have some respect for the leader. His name is Sri Mohan Bhagwat, not Mohan.
I have due respect for the people.
I can also start
have due respect
calling
for
in a very poor way.
Now,
that
Mohan,
what do you call? I will not do that.
Please.
I won't call you in the.
See, you want to run away from the debate. That's okay.
Manner. No, behave in a civil manner.
Please, I don't need to learn.
Please, that's what I'm saying. Please.
First thing, let's come back to the debate. Now, Mohan starts his conversation that the total fertility rate of India is 2.1, which is incorrect because in 2024, at this point
Mohan Bhagwat,
the estimated total fertility rate is 2.1. Let me finish off. 2.122.
I'll start calling by his own.
Now, 2.122 itself tell you that now if Mohan chooses to lie to the nation, that what can be more unfortunate than that?
Can you please
now,
bifurcate?
India's estimated fertility rate
Can you please bifurcate? All the census and TFRs are declared according to the religion.
I didn't disturb you. You have an answer. What is the estimated?
And Ratan Sharda ji have given you all the figures. Even then you are trying to mislead the people on the national TV.
Illiterate communist.
Let me
who doesn't
finish
even remember what Buddhadev Bhattacharya said.
Please.
He forgets that
now see,
admitted that 9 districts of Bengal
lie
Muslim majority.
Because India's estimated
even have the basic cuts,
is not going to be 2.1.
No, he doesn't even have the basic civilities.
Now 2.122 means
which includes
India is going
2.122 for which community?
And it is going to grow.
Give the breakup. Please share the breakup.
Fuad. Give the breakup of Muslims and Hindus. Give the Hindu-Muslim breakup.
I gave that breakup. He will be silent on that.
Let me finish off. Now,
no, Muslim is 2.4 or 2.5.
I am discussing now.
And Hindus is Hindus is 1.9.
I would have Mohan spoke about 2.1.
No, Fuad spoke about 2.1.
Absolute lie.
No,
because 2.1 is a figure that India will achieve.
He is illiterate doctor who has no sense of logic.
Now,
who will pass figures? Who will give wrong figures to prove a point? Because the communists sold out to.
He says Ratan.
Those forces.
Of India.
Please keeps on speaking like this. I will not keep on shouting.
Up to the third decimal of India, which is estimated. Ratan, please. What figures do you have in front of? What up to the third
don't
decimal?
Be a
what is the total fertility rate of India? That is
I
estimated.
have given separate figures. You also
what happens to the 0.0?
I have the figures here. Can I share them?
Correct him.
I'm
Can I
not
be
giving
on air?
separate. You please give me the total figure.
Correct the sick doctor
Why
then.
are you stopping at the first decimal?
I will not stop at the first decimal.
I talked the 2 decimals.
From
You want to go 10
2.122.
decimals?
So
Does it
India
false
is going to
two
continue
decimals?
to grow.
I said
India is
Hindu population
continuing to grow.
1.94.
Now
and
that
growth
is
of
the
Muslims
question.
2.36.
No, India will
as a
continue to
population,
grow,
we have
but the
not
Muslim
stabilized
population will be
at all.
higher and the Hindu population will be less. Are you happy with that? So you are only looking at it in terms of whether the Muslim population goes up. You're not looking at what's good for the country. You're saying that the Muslim community has no responsibility here. The Muslim community has no responsibility. It is the Hindu community's responsibility to carry the burden. The Hindus must carry the burden. Muslims have no responsibility here. What is the responsibility of the Muslim community?
Because India as a population is
What
going to
is
keep
the
on growing.
responsibility
And there are
of the
problems
Muslim
of
community,
growth.
sir?
The second thing I have to say is that even if we have a population total fertility rate of 2.0, you have to understand that the children being produced today are going to become parents 18 to 20 years down the line. So our fertility rate 20 years ago is going to determine the number of children that are being born today. So you have to keep in mind.
So what was, okay, so on that logic, Fuad, if you can stop here 1 minute. I'll reduce the volume now. Fuad, since you have nailed it, may I ask you, let me take the clock back 18 years. 1 minute, Fuad, you need to listen. Let me take the clock back 18 years, exactly going by your argument, and let me take you back to the year, say 2004, 2005, 2006. What was the TFR of the Muslim community in 2005 and what was the TFR of the Hindu community in 2005? The TFR of the Muslim community was 3.4. The TFR of the Hindu community was 2.6. Which means in 2005, Muslims were multiplying many times more than Hindus. And if you are going to be myopic about it, then I can't understand. If all you want is that you want the Muslim population share to be higher.
Hindu has shrunk by 8%, Muslim has shrunk by 8%.
Mr. Tuli is responding, Mr. Rajiv Tuli.
Roll back that
Rajiv
to
Tuli.
1947. 1947, when the partition happened, in Muslim population was only 9%. And this 9% Muslims brought 90% of Hindus to 76%. 9% लोगों ने 90% को 76% पर ला दिया.
It's not related to religion.
It is related to religion.
ये basic calculation है.
But this can change, ladies and gentlemen.
It is directly related to religion.
It is linked to religion.
There are three countries formed in this century: East Timor, South Sudan, and Kosovo. All three happened due to the population alteration of demography.
No, fertility rate didn't have anything to do with that.
Sorry, I tell you,
fertility rate has to do with that.
Fuad Ali, you want the population in Muslims in Bengal to be more than 50%.
There is a logic to it.
What is happening? What is the population of Muslims in Bengal?
What is
the population of the Muslim community in Bengal?
You get immigrants. Those immigrants, they change the demography.
And we need to ensure that the entire population, the fertility rates that are different, needs to be brought down.
Fuad, I'm asking you here. One question.
Denmark is a different story.
Just 1 minute. Here's a thought here. Thank you very much, Fuad. Listen to me.
And what about Spain?
Very different.
What about Germany?
1 minute, Rajiv, 1 minute. Bangladesh is an Islamist country. You are seeing what's happening to the Hindu community in Bangladesh. My question tonight, and I hope Fuad will listen to me, is that if Bengal population of Muslims goes above 50%, what will happen? What if the population of Bengal Muslims goes above 50%?
There's no way it's going to go above 15%.
Oh, really? There's no way. What is the percentage now?
Murshidabad is a live example.
What is the percentage now?
Murshidabad is a live example. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary is live example of it.
Maybe you want the percentage to go over 50%.
Fertility rate is reduction in the Hindu population.
Yeah, so that's good. That's why Mohan Bhagwat is saying to the Hindus, have more children.
Decimal figures of the
Sheikh Amir, what's wrong if Hindus have more children and the population of Muslims as a percentage share of the population goes back to closer to 9%? What if Hindus now go up from about 80% to about 85% and Muslim population goes down to about 12, 13, 14%? That can only happen if Hindu population goes up. What's wrong if we go back to a better balance the kind of balance that we had at the time of independence. That what happens if the Hindus have more children, the population balance is restored. What's wrong with that?
Yes, Arnab, I don't think there is this Hindu-Muslim population balance you're talking about.
There is.
What I feel, as an Indian, actually the population is a problem for us, and population needs to be controlled. And because if you see the various schemes and the developmental schemes or the social welfare schemes, which has to be reached to every citizen, every state of this
But
country.
why is the growth rate of Muslims substantially higher than national average always? Why is the difference between Muslims and any other Indians? Why is the percentage growth of the Muslim population so high?
If you talk about growth rate,
Why is it so high?
Previous 2 to 3 decades.
No, Muslims
there
are the
has been
only
a
community in the country with above replacement levels of TFR. Why?
See, I don't have any problem if we have
Neither
good
Christians
growth
nor
rate.
Sikhs, nor Jains, nor
then
Muslims.
Only Muslims.
Please let me talk. Let me answer. If you talk about growth rate, if Hindus have more growth rate than Muslims or Muslims than Hindus, I don't have any problem with that. But the problem is the population increase for our country is not good, because
then what is the
since last
responsibility of the Muslim community, which is contributing the most to population increase? What is the responsibility of people like Mohammed Suleiman, who is on the program this evening? Why doesn't Mohammed Suleiman say that population increase is bad, Muslims must have fewer children?
No, I'm not here to represent Muslims.
No, but why doesn't he say that?
I'm here as a citizen of the country.
But why does Mohammed Suleiman not tell the Muslim community to reduce its
there's a positive thing
fertility
for India,
rate?
because in past 2 to 3 decades, the population increase has slowed down. It has slowed down.
It's not slowed down enough for the Muslim community. It's still substantially higher than the average.
It has.
It hasn't.
From 3 point something to 2 point something, it has slowed down.
It has, but it needs to go down more.
Because debating the way you people are debating, it's creating one more divide. It's creating one more divide. Mohan Bhagwat has said something.
I hope you read figures.
He will, because
Ratan Sharda.
I said by 2050, if Hindus will grow at 33% as per Pew Research, Muslims will go by 76%, and their population will be nearly 20%. At 24%, India was partitioned. As simple as that. Kashmir was finished off. Kerala faces problem. Bengal faces problem. In places like Murshidabad, Malda, you cannot have your temple bells. You cannot have your festivals. They are attacked. Very simple. You talk communal, I will talk communal. If you talk economics, I will talk economics.
That does not mean
For
somebody
economics,
like
I very clearly said that you need balance of population, but there is enough youth to run the economy. You cannot have old people running the economy. The countries which we have named, the Western countries, Japan and all, they are facing disaster. So either everybody reduces the population growth rate, or Hindus come up to that level where they can have a good replacement rate.
While you are debating, don't talk like a mullah or a representative of Hindu sentiments. Let me tell you one thing. You are creating a divide. Mohan Bhagwat from RSS.
The divide is there. Let us admit it. Maulana says we will not control population. We will have more population. So please, the debate has been communalized by Maulanas who refuse to go by the national interest.
Rajiv Tuli, did the RSS expect this kind of backlash to Mohan Bhagwat's statement? Did you expect this kind of backlash to Mohan Bhagwat's statement, Mr. Tuli?
I did. Because the statement was made
just
by
question
Mohan
is to
Bhagwat
Mr. Tuli.
Yeah, we expected it very much, because